Hi, everybody. It's Joni here at Joni's Journals. How are you doing? I am trying to get a video done today, but for some reason, the first time I attempted it, it shut off on me. I know it's not iPhone storage, and I know it's not a problem with any of that, so I must have hit something that shut the camera off. But anyway, the reason that I've come here today is I have been noticing on social media and also in comments on my previous videos doing the tin with the freebie by Tracy Fox Creative that some people either don't have a tin or they're waiting for tins or they can't get a tin or they can't find them anywhere. So what I thought I would do is develop an alternative for those of you who still want to create a little box to store your journal in, but need to do it a different way. And so what I did was I developed a box. You can see I made this one out of cardstock. It took a little bit longer for me to get my sizes correct than I would have liked, but this size works. It's bigger than our tin, as you can see, but you can still use it. The journal, as you can see, I tucked in here. And as I said, the box is a little bit bigger than what we would normally have, but I tucked in a little bit of a doily to place my journal on. And so it still makes a cute little gift or a cute little way to store your journal and be able to tuck some extra stuff in if you wanted to. You could also put some fabric in here. You could take a big piece of lace. You could get a couple of doilies. In fact, I have another one here. And it just makes for a beautiful display piece. And it would also make for a lovely gift. So what I did was I took the background papers and I printed them onto 80-pound cardstock. And I printed it double-sided. And this is what I've been using to make my journal, make my box rather. But as I said, I've also done one out of cardstock. So if you don't have a printer or don't have the capability of printing double-sided, you don't have to worry about that because you can still print it out. You can still use the background as a pretty display item. I'm trying to see which way. I think I like my flowers better this way. And with this one, I did glue the background to the inside of the box, and I cut out a piece of the ephemera that comes with the kit. Let me see if I can grab the page I didn't cut. And I just glued it to the bottom. See, these are the pretty flowers and the little words that come with the kit. You could decorate the inside of the box that way as well. So let me show you really quickly how to make the box, and hopefully I'm going to keep an eye on my camera. I really don't know what happened. I got 4 minutes done, and all of a sudden, I was sorting on the box, and I looked up, and I said, oh my gosh, I'm not videoing anymore. So yeah, okay, I am going to use this side as the inside of my box for both the top and the bottom. And I'm going to use this side as the outside of my box for both the top and the bottom. If you print double-sided, depending on how you cut the paper, you can do yours whichever way you like. The top is a little bit bigger, of course, cut bigger so that it fits snugly and nicely over the bottom. And the top is cut at 4 7/8 inches wide by 6 1/4 inches long. And what we're going to do is we're going to score it so that we have an inch overhang for the sides of our box. Okay, so this one being 4 7/8 inches wide, we're going to score at 1 to give us a 1-inch side. And then we are going to score again at 3 7/8 to give us a 1-inch side on this side of the page. Then we're going to flip it. Now, this is our longer side. This is our 6 1/4 length side. And what we're going to do is we're going to score at 1. And in this case, we're going to score at 5 1/4 so that we have an inch on both sides. Okay, now that is the top of our box, and I'm going to put that aside for now. the bottom of our box is 4 3/4 inches wide by 6 1/8 inches long. So once again, we want a 1-inch overhang. So we're going to score at 1. Whoops, that was a little violent. And then we're going to score at 3 3/4. All right. If you don't have a scoreboard, you can use a ruler or anything that you can bend over. And then on this side, we're going to score at 5/8 of an inch because it is 6 1/8 inches long. We're going to score at 5 1/8, not 5/8 of an inch, Joni. What are you talking about? And then we're going to score again at 1 inch. Okay? So now all of our scoring is done. And I'm going to put my scoreboard aside over here and check that I'm still taping. Yes, I am. I honestly don't know what happened. Okay. This is going to be the inside of my box. Now, I like to ink, and so I'm going to do this really quickly because I want the inside of my box to be inked, and this way you can see what it looks like too. I just feel that this paper with its pretty background colors actually contributes to having a little inking on it, and that the inking makes it look a little bit more vintage than it is. I've already inked the outside edges, so I'm going to do the inside so that you can see what it looks like. Okay, and then we'll just do this one, and we'll ink here. And yeah, so how have you guys been? I know it's been a while, but as I said, I'm back to school, and it's been a long, tedious week because not only is it tough for the adults to come back to work, it's also tough for the kids to come back to school. So it's been a bit of a hectic week for me. I wanted to do a couple of videos in the afternoons when I got home, but it just didn't work out that way. It was exhausting this week. And we are off on Monday for Martin Luther King Day, which is, again, going to give us a short give us a nice long weekend, but give us a short week as well. So that'll be a little bit of a pleasure, but it probably will be a little difficult for the kids to come back again on Monday. So I am going to try to get as many videos done this weekend as I possibly can. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start cutting our corners out in order to be able to bend our sides up and construct our box. Now what I do, inking the inside also makes it easier to see where you have to cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut along the score line here on the edge, and I'm going to cut up to the score line. So you can see I have that right there. And then what I like to do is I like to cut in a little bit of a triangle so that when I bend over my corners to construct my box, it makes a little bit easier to handle. And I always work around the box. It just reminds me that I need to make sure that I have room to glue and glue all of my sides together. Because if you don't do it that way, you will do what I have done in the past and not be able to glue your box together. Yeah, that has happened. Okay, I'm going to keep going around the box, cutting on the score line up to the score line. And then I'm going to cut in my little angle right here. And this sort of goes together once we have it all cut, just like the matchbooks did. The matchboxes, not the matchbooks. I'm sorry. If you watched my video for the 2023, the DD 2023 Advent collab that we were doing at the holidays, yeah, we made the matchboxes together. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin to glue my box together, and I'm just going to bend my sides up. It tends to make the box a little bit straighter. And you can see I have a new bottle of glue. I got a bargain, and I decided to try the Barely Arts glue. And I do like it because it holds very nicely, but it also grabs very quickly. And so it grabs a lot quicker than my PVA glue, just checking that we're still recording. It grabs a lot quicker than the PVA, and it doesn't give me as much room for error, but I do like it. I like the precision tip, and I do like that it holds very, very securely, at least in my opinion. So now, as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm working around the box again, and I am alternately gluing my little corners that we cut to the inside of my box. And there we go. We just keep working around. At least this is the way I do it. Keep working around the sides of your box and gluing your corners up to your page, up to your edges, up to your pages. Oh, can you tell I had a long day? Okay. And then we have our very last one. Whoop, let's see, not enough glue. Or maybe, let's see, not enough drying time. Okay, yeah, I think that was the problem, not enough drying time. And I'm going to grab my very last corner. I hope you can see inside what I'm doing. And I'm going to glue that down as well. And there we have it. We have constructed the top of our box. Okay, I just want to make sure all my corners are glued nicely. And I'm going to give it a little pinch in on each side to make it straight. And there we have it. There's the top of our box. Now we're going to do exactly the same thing for the bottom of our box. We're going to cut up on the score lines that we made. And we're going to cut up to the score line that we made. We're going to cut in our little corner. And as you can see, not one of my corners is exactly the same size as the other. It does not matter. It goes on the inside of the box. This is just for your own sanity so that when you're constructing it, you don't have a problem. Now, I was watching back some of the videos I made last week when I was home, and I'm realizing that I said that I was going to show you things and said that I was going to measure things, which I didn't do, and I am going to catch up on that this weekend as well. I do want to show you how I made my journal cover for the freebie, and with the tin, with the journal cover. I did say that I was going to do that, and then I realized I never made a video, and I probably ran out of time trying to get everything done that I could before I went back to work. As I said, I had all good intentions this week of making at least one video and trying to actually get this video done so that you guys could see how to do this. But it just didn't happen, and I do apologize. I want to say welcome to all of my new subscribers, and thank you for all the comments and the likes on my videos. It does a lot for my channel. I think that what it does is it basically gets me out there into YouTube land so that more people can see my videos and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, it's been very exciting. At least for me. I started this as fun, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm glad that everybody is watching and that everybody likes what I do. That's always a very big compliment to me. And yeah, and I enjoy having all my little YouTube friends. And so thank you. Thank you again. Yeah. So let's get this box finished. Once again, as you can see, as I'm going around alternately from side to side, and I'm gluing all my corners in. Nope, see, there we go again. Didn't let it dry long enough. Okay, I'm going to hold this and flip this other little stinker in while I'm holding on. Okay, are we in? Up, up, up. There we go. All right. I think it's good enough. Okay, and I was able to put the other one inside. Okay, so yeah. Okay, let's grab our glue and stick our last edge in. I'm hoping you guys are seeing all of this. For those of you that are new to my channel, I do make a lot of boxes, and I do post videos for them. I know that a few of you may have seen my folios, but I do make boxes for different things. I did one for the Creep on June collab for all those adorable cards that Tracy had. I made boxes for those. And I've done boxes for other things. So if you go back on my channel, I really don't have that many videos yet. You can just look and you'll see that I do have boxes done. Okay, so here's our top and here's our bottom. And you can see they just are a little bit different in size than each other. And our bottom will fit right into our top, like so, okay? And we have our little 1-inch overhang. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you know what? Let me just glue down. I picked this one. I happen to like this one. I picked this one as the cover for the lid. And so, yeah, I'm going to put that down. And yes, I'm covering up the flowers, but that's okay because we have them on the bottom. And this just adds a little bit something extra to it. So don't be discouraged that you're covering up your pretty pattern on your box. I mean, you could do this with regular cardstock and you can just do this however you want, but it adds to it. And I want to make sure, yeah, that's the way that the pattern goes. And I'm going to put my little piece of the box topper right here, and I'm going to make sure it's straight, so I'm going to have to turn it just a little. And there you go, you have your box. Now, if you want to, since this is rather plain inside, I want to make sure that they're facing in the right direction. I am going to look for the other card. Okay, here we go. We can stick this one down on the inside bottom of the box as well. And so, yeah, we'll just go around. I have inked all of these pieces prior to making the video. This one's going to be a little difficult. I may have to turn it on its side so I can see what I'm doing. Because as I said, this Barely Arts glue grabs quickly. Okay, and then you can put this one on the inside bottom of the box. And see, the glue grabbed too quickly. Didn't quite get it right, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. And there you have it. There's our box. Okay, and as I said, it's a little bit bigger than the journal, but you can tuck in some fabric. I'm just going to put my pin back in my glue, like so. And then what I'll do is I will go around and I will ink the edges of my box like so, all around the little folds here and on the corners too. And yeah, we'll get that done. The very edge of the box has already been inked. And there we go. We'll just ink that like so. And I'll ink the other corners. And if you don't like to ink, you don't have to ink. I happen to like to ink. I think I got the whole thing. Okay, and then we can do the bottom of our box like this. Okay. And let's do that really quick so that nobody gets completely bored. And we have our little corners. And our box is done. Now you can also, if you wanted to use this just as a gift box, you could do that as well. And give your journal separately or give your journal to one person and give the box to another person. You can do that too. But there you have it. There's my little alternative for people who don't have tins, can't get tins, and still want to use the freebie. Yeah, and you can see, like I said, the journal will fit in here. And I'm going to steal out of this box and I'm going to put them in this box because this is the one we made together. And you can lay in your doilies or lay in your lace, and it makes for a very pretty presentation if you want to give it as a gift. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was quick enough that you didn't get bored. I hope it was slow enough that you understood. But you can watch it over and over again. And I'll just give you I'll put the measurements up here again. The top is 4 7/8 by 6 1/4. You want to give yourself 1 inch on either side. So you're going to score at 1 3 7/8 on the top shorter side. And then you're going to score at 1 5 1/4 on the longer side. On the bottom, it's 4 3/4 by 6 1/8. And you're going to score again at 1 3 3/4. And then you're going to score at 1 5 1/8 for the bottom. So there you go. I'm hoping you can see that. There you go. Let me tilt it a little. And there we have our box. So I hope you enjoyed that. I am going to come back and I'm going to make another quick video today showing you how I constructed my journal cover. I'm not going to sew the signatures in. I am not brave enough to do that on camera. And it takes a little bit of fiddling that I can't manage around the tripod. But I did make my journal cover a little bit differently than Tracy did. And I just wanted to show you how I did that. Okay? So yeah, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm sending you, let's get this right, love and big hugs. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye for now. Thank you for watching. Take care.